We can actually live. Awesome. This is different. I hope the comments come through. But I'm here and it's only 10:06. Whew. All right. All right. Yay. Okay. Yay. I see how it's going to go. This is different. Okay. This is very different. All right. Cross post to more pages. I can do that. No, I don't want to do that. Close. I want to cross post it to my page, to me. Okay, here we go. We're good. Hi, Janice. Hi, Barbara. Okay. It's working out. Yay. I can't really see myself very well. Hope it's okay. I look all right? Okay. Well, I'm going to let a few more people catch up and get on board, and we're going to start talking. It's been a long day. I'm already hoarse, so forgive me for that. My God, the animals have been so needy, haven't they? Now your pets at home just clinging to you, acting very strange. Okay, acting really strange. What are you doing? Okay, Nellie's humping a stuffed animal. That's fun. Okay. Show you. All right. I am not. All right. Now I'm looking. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I can't cross post to my page though, right? That's too bad. All right. I'm going to close there. What I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a quick note on Facebook. Okay. Okay, did it. All right. Well, I'm just going to start talking because now I'm on for almost 3 minutes and nothing is really going on, but people are here. I hope people can comment. I'll see if anybody else comments. Janice and Barbara, would you please just comment again? Because apparently it's all set. Okay. If you guys could say anything else, that'd be great, just so I know that it's working. I know, maybe I'll just change it, not set. Now you guys can comment. All right. How strange. So I'm shuffling cards. What are we going to talk about? Why are there only 2 people on here? This is weird, guys. Weird. How about this? How can I change it to that? Oh, duh. Here you all are. I had to move it up. Okay. Hey, Nicoletta. Hi, Karen. Hey, guys. Wow, everyone is here. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah, there's lots of you here. Holy cow. Hi, Christine. Okay, Rosemary. It is working. Hey, Paul. Okay, Kat. All right. Here we are. So, what is going on? It is crazy. Okay, now I can't see myself, so I have no idea what's going on. Where am I? I can't believe this. Can you still see me? Because I have no view of myself. This is going so well. I can't stand it. What did I do? Here I am. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. Well, it's in keeping with the day. In keeping with the day that everything was just going awry. I hate starting off negative. I really do. But it has been lots of deaths. I mean, I don't even, so many deaths, so many unforeseen, unexpected deaths. And this time I'm not hearing it for the animals, although there are animals crossing over, of course. It's people. And it's a little horrifying, actually. I not really loving this feeling, not loving what's going on. And it's so funny because just before I came on, my daughter Daisy was talking to me in Florida, and where she goes to college, and she says, "Mom, be careful." I'm like, "Be careful, Daisy? What do you mean? Just be careful. People are dying like really quick. Just be careful." And I'm like, "I'm going to send you a message I just sent someone earlier about all the deaths, and it's although they're not accidental deaths. They're, are you okay, Poppy? Calm down, girl. They're just mild sicknesses, moderate sicknesses, or sicknesses that are chronic but they're under control, and then it's just done. So that's a little nerve-wracking. Hey Edgar, how are you? So there's that. What is the astrological weather, you ask me? Well, I'll tell you what the astrological weather is. And if you saw, I deleted it. Tried to do a live video earlier to go over the astrological wheel of the transits and how to find them, and it was just jacked up. I was like, this is ridiculous. Mercury retrograde. It's the last Mercury retrograde of 2020. Starts on the 13th of October and it runs right through the 3rd of November, election night. Yeah, in Scorpio. Why not? Why not? The in Scorpio, Mercury retrograde has us learning about the occult, a lot of unexpected change of plans, business deals and travel, unexpectedly changed, unexpectedly altered. And from the 16th of October through the 16th of November, you want to avoid any legal action. If you can avoid court, if you can avoid going into contract, avoid it for that month. Okay, for that period of time, 4 weeks. And of course, you want to see what house Scorpio is in to really know where it's going to hit you. In addition, we have Mercury in Scorpio opposing Uranus in Taurus, and then they go retrograde on the 13th. And so it's a lot of aggression, and of course this goes through the election. Why wouldn't it go through the election? Why wouldn't we have aggressive, angry people going right through the election? Why not in Scorpio with all that energy? And we still have a stellium in Capricorn, even though Saturn's moving into Aquarius. We still have that stellium going on. I want to say Pluto is still in Capricorn. Oh, fungu. I cannot think of the planets that are still in Capricorn, but there are 3 or 4 still in Capricorn. So we still have that heavy energy. We're still dealing with it. Your Mercury's in Scorpio. That's not a bad place to be, but what house is it in? Do you know, Heidi? Because that is what. Hey, Megan. Oh my God, it's Megan. Hi. Yeah, that would explain it. Okay, the minute you said that, Janice, that song Wildfire came through my head. And a hoot owl, howling by my window now. 6 nights in a row. There you go. I'm not a singer. So, Scorpio rising. The energy is rough. Energy is rough, Teresa. Oh my God, Sarah, I'm so sorry. And yes, Sarah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. For anyone who can't see the comments, her sister-in-law went to sleep, 41 years old. Don't know why, didn't wake up. And I am, oh yeah. I don't, that's the sort of thing. Okay, so I will tell you, wildfire, that a friend of mine, someone who, you may know her, some of you who've been to my shop may remember, oh my God, my head. I'm going blank. I've got so much that I'm just like stuffing in my head that things are falling out my other ear, you know? Why is this happening to me? Oh, dear God. Whitney. Whitney, who was an amazing healer, had did healings in the shop, had a lung ailment, chronic. I just saw her 3 weeks ago. My son and I went over there to help carry groceries and some stuff upstairs, and got a phone call yesterday and a phone call from the police follow up. She was found dead in her apartment, had been dead for 3 weeks. We did guinea pig rescue, all the guinea pigs dead. I'm still dealing with that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm, you know, and I just saw her, and I guess I was the last one to see her, my son and I, and had told her I'm 5 minutes away. Just call me if you need something. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. So, I don't know if anyone here is friends with Eve, White Buffalo Woman, but they were friends. They were close, and I'm sure Eve doesn't know. So, if anyone has Eve's contact number, because I do not have it, Eve Kerwin, I've met her once, but I don't know where to know her. I need to reach her. I'd like to let her know. So, if anyone knows Eve Kerwin, White Buffalo Woman, she lives in Stanford, travels all over the world. Um, yeah. Hey, Greta. Actually, we're looking at how we're going to upload some of this stuff to Instagram too. So I guess all I can say is it's getting beyond wildfire. You know what, Janice? What a great theme song in terms of just the title. It is a wildfire. The energy is like a wildfire. The aggression, the anger, the sadness, the despair, huge emotions, and they're just like tidal waves, just going over us and just trying to take us out. There are days it's like, God, do I have to get up? I want to stay in bed. You know. Um, thank you, Kat. For Heidi, I'm sure Heidi's talking to Venus in Scorpio House 11. Oh wow. All right. Stop waiting. What is wrong with you? Orlando's acting weird. So you are weird. Come on, come say hi. Come say hi. Want to say hi? Okay. So I'm not going to keep talking because honestly, I'm still processing. I'm still processing all of it. The readings are, there's so much happening so fast, or it's action that needs to be taken and then it's absolutely being held back. There's no moving forward. It's like there's a big gaping hole in the middle of each reading, because this month leading into the election, the weeks after, is anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess where this is going to go. If somebody says, and I said it on the video last Saturday with Andrea, if anyone tells you they know how this is going to end up, they are lying. They are absolutely lying. Okay. Yep. Okay. So Megan is saying that the hospital is seeing a lot of patients that are hallucinating and need to be sedated because they are getting so aggressive, more than usual. Sarah's saying that autopsy was inconclusive. Nicolette, I'm sorry. A lot of people coming in with depression. A lot of people, a lot of young people, and I get really scared. You know, that's why on my answering machine and my cell phone is there. I say it. If anyone is struggling at 2 in the morning, my phone is right by my bed. Call me. I don't want anyone checking out on my watch. You can call me. I'll talk to you. Please don't do that. Yeah, the tension is palpable. It is. I also had the anniversary of Michelle. Some of you saw her on Facebook. I posted her, and she's the one that got away. She's the one that got through my radar. She was such a dear light and such a sweet person. And when I got the call from her mother, I mean, I had been there, and I was like, "Come here, I'll get you anywhere. I'll go anywhere. I'll find you. I'll meet you. Please don't do this ever." And And I'll tell you, she did it at a time that she had just got a new apartment. She had 2 new kittens. She was working. She was going to school. Everything looked so good. And yeah. So with Whitney, with Michelle, you've got to check in on your friends. If you've got friends that are struggling with depression, if you've got friends that you're not sure, check in with them. Check in with them multiple times a day. Make excuses for going over. I am, of course, wondering: was she laying there? Was she trying to get to the phone? What did I miss? You know? And it was funny because I guess someone saw my son going in. She never had company, and she says, "Your son really tall?" I said, "He is tall." It was okay because the neighbor said they saw a young man going in the apartment. I said, "Yeah, coming from the car." He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, bring in groceries and guinea pig supplies." So hallucinations, huh? All right. I don't know if anyone has any questions, but please hit me up in the comments. This is a good time because I'm going to start throwing cards. And I think a lot of what I needed to say, I said last week with Andrea, and of course Friday video as well. I'm really enjoying those videos with Andrea. I have to say I'm getting a lot of compliments on it, and Andrea, energy seems pretty good. She's funny. We tease her because she is so drawn to everything witchcraft. She's so drawn, and yet she's terrified. She really is afraid to step into it. So of course, we don't mock anybody, but she like, touch this athame, stir this cauldron. So nothing like peer pressure, huh? God help me. Nothing like a little peer pressure. So we're entering. Oh, the masks are insane. Teresa, I fucking hate the mask so much. Sorry. I wear it. I wear my shield. I wear the mask. I'm not, but they are so bad for us as a society. Hey, Monica. They are just not seeing people's faces, not seeing their expressions, it's just adding fuel to the freaking dumpster fire that we're dealing with. It's not good. You do have to consciously protect yourself, and I say this all the time. So guys, you want to, here where you salute the flag, this area, this is your heart chakra right here. Protect it. Protection oil, and you can always make your own. Certainly I sell a few different types. Wear a symbol of protection over your heart chakra. If you're a Christian, that's probably a cross or a medal. A St. Michael medal, great idea. If you're pagan, you're probably wearing a pentacle. You're wearing a stone. Obsidian is a great choice. Smoky quartz is a great choice. But anything that speaks to protection, Mongolian shaman wear a metal plate right here, okay, protecting the heart chakra. So you want to be conscious of this spot. It's an awkward spot because it's right above your boobs, and it's a weird spot to wear a necklace. But yeah, Tamsy, Tamsy Wamsy, how you doing? Um, so please protect yourself. Please just put a line of salt across your doorways. This is just basic protection. So people walking in leave their negativity at the door. It can be waiting for them when they leave, but they don't bring it into your house. Salt your doorways, salt your windows, protect your heart chakra, take a salt bath. And if you don't know how to take a salt bath, I haven't sent you the paper, message me, email me, excuse me. And I will send you, just put salt bath, and I'll send you the papers on cleansing and salt bath. Keep the energy high. I'm repeating myself because I already said all of this stuff last week, but please keep the energy high, keep the energy positive. Children laughing, energy, animal energy. Bring plants into your house. Get a beta fish. You want life. You want movement. You want that energy. Okay, to keep things flowing, keep things moving. Especially now it's getting colder. We're shutting our windows. There's not so much fresh air coming in the house. That's not going to help either. I didn't know that, Michael. Thank St. Michael. I love that. It's not ending anytime soon. No, Teresa, it's not. In fact, they're talking about another shut down. Music is huge. How do you protect your heart chakra? Okay, I just said it, but it's okay, Tamsi. This area right here where you salute the flag, this is your heart chakra. You could use some protection oil and then a pendant of protection. If you're a Christian, that's probably a cross. If you're pagan, it's probably a pentacle. You can wear a medallion, you can wear a stone. It needs to speak to protection. A St. Michael medallion is perfect. And but right here, you want it to cover or hit this area, to cover it, but you want it here, okay? People always say they think they have to smudge to clear energy, but you don't have to smudge or use sage or smoke. You can, in fact, clear with music. We drum. Of course, we do sell a liquid sage, Four Thieves vinegar, Palo Santo water. We have all that at the shop too. Um, Do you know Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel, the two archangels, are actually mentioned in the Quran, in the Torah, in Buddhist texts, in Hindu texts. There's a Native American entity that sounds suspiciously like Saint Michael. In fact, those two archangels are spoken of in different paths, traditions, cultures all around the world. So we don't necessarily have to be Christian. Hey, Sean, it was always good. It's good talking to you too, honey. How'd it go? Or you can message me later and tell me how it went with the interview. I know it went well. So what else? Racing towards Samhain. Of course, the astrology of that weekend is just. I've been sharing posts. I'm not going to talk about it. Go on my Facebook and you'll see I've been posting it up about the energy coming up. It's just listen, you can see it. You watch the debates. I'm not going to go there here, but you can see where it's going. You can see the flippin' animosity, the amped up, the anger, the aggression, the smoke and mirrors. It just makes you angrier. All right, let me know. All right. So listen, I am going to throw cards. If no one has any questions, China and I had talked about trying to do a virtual ritual for Samhain. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it together or not. I hate doing virtual. I'm not going to lie. I hate it. I really like talking to people. That's why I don't have classes virtual. I'm a hands-on person. I got to be there in your face. I'm that person. Very tactile. This doesn't work for me except that it has to work for me right now. What's your shop? My shop is Talisman and Cauldron in Derby, and website is www.talismanandcauldron.com. You're here on the Facebook page, and everything, including the reviews, which are really cool. Oh my God, I was just talking to someone about that. The reviews that people have left, all of you have left, have been amazing. I hope you know that those reviews, which when I was petitioning to open the shop, which I had one day to prepare for, to make a presentation basically in front of the whole town, to open the shop, I actually copied and pasted all of those reviews as part of my proposal that was just page after page of really, really great things people were saying about me. And I think there's like over 100 reviews. And then there's reviews on Yelp and all the other places. And those reviews got me in here. They say no one ever gets in first try. You go back for a second, a month later, which I didn't have a month later. They were pouring concrete the next day. I got that in one day. They just unanimously approved the shop. So very exciting. Yeah, my dreams are weird too. Okay, the Ouija board, which we shouldn't call it a Ouija board unless it is actually literally a Milton Bradley Ouija board. That's a trademark name. And they're actually spirit boards. They're really not Ouija boards unless you have the Milton, the game, okay? How to use it correctly. Well, we do know that when there's portals opening, when there's problems, often, and I say this remembering John Nowinski talking about going in to investigate houses, and they had a questionnaire, and one of the questions was, has anyone in the house been using a spirit board or a Ouija board? And when there's really big activity, almost every single time they were using one. Does that mean you never should use one? No. Rosemary Guiley, who was a very good friend who passed away, I want to say it was a year ago, 2 years ago. Dear God. She wrote over 50 books. She had lectured at my shop, done workshops, but she wrote a book on spirit boards that I need to carry, honestly, and talked about the things that could go right and wrong about it and how to do it. One thing that's important is that you don't do it by yourself, Meg. You don't do that. Make sure you've got at least one other person with you. It's really important that if you want to talk to someone, you ask for that person and that person only. Don't open it up to anyone that wants to talk. Do a salt circle for protection and clear the area when you're done. If you're really wanting to do that, don't do it in a bedroom. Try to do it in a neutral space. I don't know. I've used one. I've done them. I've been I've been really happy, but you don't want to be alone doing it. Okay. So that's my advice. And clear the board, cleanse the board, clear everything. Okay. Anything else, guys? Stones are best, and can I make a protection oil? You can absolutely make a protection oil at home. Absolutely, Allie. You're welcome, Megan. You're welcome. If you're gonna make protection oil, I would use a mineral oil base. Honestly, mineral oil is from fossil fuel. That's pretty protective. It's Mother Earth. Do you have stones? Um, Stones for protection. The darker stones are usually more protective than others. The onyx is great. Obsidian is great. Smoky quartz. Um, Shungite is really big right now. Everyone's wanting that. Black tourmaline is fantastic. You could, if you can get black tourmaline, you can actually grind it into a powder. If you have a piece that you can smash with a hammer and then grind it up and add that to the oil. Go on. Well, first of all, I'll message you afterwards and we'll talk. But rue, if you can get a hold of some rue, the herb, that's always in my protection oil. Um, let's talk. But because you want to use something that's indigenous, something you can get outside. One thing, guys, start picking up acorns. If you see a nice big ripe acorn, grab it. Keep them. I've got an acorn jar. Literally, it's a jar that's shaped like an acorn. But acorns are amazing, and they are the things you want to bring into a court case if you're negotiating with somebody. Carry them in your pocket for luck. Catch a falling leaf for luck. Put it in your pocket. Have luck all day long. That means just grab a leaf out of the air when it's falling and pop it in your pocket. That is an old bit of low magic. Hematite, thank you, Kat. Absolutely, a hematite ring, a hematite in your pocket, sure. It's just the only thing with hematite is it absorbs negativity. So it depends. Like all the dark stones do something. Hematite absorbs it. Black tourmaline transmutes it. Obsidian, which is actually a black glass, reflects it. So everything has its own way of handling it, which is why you can carry all these different stones and to good effect. All right. Megan, sowing is a time for divination and a time for that. And as long as you feel confident, and again, you're going to talk just to your parents, and then just close when you're done. Open a circle and close a circle. I personally think you're safe. I know that's not the popular opinion, but you are. It's when people take a Ouija board, take a spirit board, and they just want to talk to anybody. And sometimes if they've been drinking, you never want to combine spirituality and actual spirits. Don't mean drinking. Bad idea. Okay? Don't do that. Don't get high. Regular salt's okay if you don't have anything else, Paul, but you usually want non-iodized salt. So salt is salt, but if you can get non-iodized sea salt, which is in the grocery store, Catching leaves. Yep. Carry stones in the pack. Absolutely. You know, we sell these little coils and they're $1. There's little coils that you can pop a stone in or take it out, and they're really popular. And you can wear them right over your heart chakra. Hey, Peggy. So what else for protection? Angelica root in a little bag under the driver's side seat, along with a tiger's eye. Very protective for the driving, to prevent accidents and keep the driver and the car safe. What do I do? I'm trying to look. I'm looking around my place here. What do I do? What do I do? Um, evil eye by the door. Um, I have a horseshoe near my door. Railroad spike. If you're having nightmares, a railroad spike under the bed, over and over and over again. Simple cure. But again, if you don't have my salt bath and cleansing papers, email me, lenhard@comcast.net, and I will send those to you. In fact, let me just, if I can do it here. Okay. Okay. There you go. I just put in the comments. And there's a lot of ideas, a lot of things you can do in those papers. If you are Christian based, or even if the prayer resonates with you, and that is Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, it keeping your Bible open to that page, leaving it by your bedside, saying it out loud before you get in bed, saying it out loud before you get out of bed. If you're having nightmares, terrors, um, visitors, that almost always, 99% of the time, will keep you safe. Okay? And it's not even about believing in God or the Bible, because that prayer is absolutely non-denominational. If you read the prayer, the Lord is our horned God is the Lord, we call him. So again, using the board with somebody else, Heidi, and often 3 people is a nice number, but at least 2. Pink salt is nice. Say, Paul, pink salt I would put in a bath if I was hoping to find love. You can use Himalayan salt, though. You can use Epsom salt. You can use Dead Sea salt. One thing you do when you're saging, you can always sage yourself. I mean, you can literally make like a line or a wall of smoke and then just step through it a couple times. That's okay, Heidi, that is in my papers. Yes, a plain glass of plain tap water. You don't drink it, you put it next to the bed. Some of my readers read with water on the table, and the negativity does go in the water. I talked about this a few weeks back. How many people have visions when they're in the shower or sitting on the toilet, in the bathroom in general, because there's running water all over the place. So, oh, Christiana, what a question to ask. That question got me booted out of a group. Um, Okay, so I'm going to answer your question next, Christiana, but let me say, Teresa, you're waking up at 1 o'clock every day. Are you waking up with a feeling that someone is staring at you, watching you, or is it just you're waking up at 1 o'clock? It could be your internal clock. Um, See, I don't. 3 o'clock is a heavy hour, but anytime between midnight and 3. Actually, those 3 hours, 12, 1, 2, 3, are all heavily spiritual hours. All right, let's go back to that question. Yes, it got me kicked out of a group. It got me kicked out of a group I belong to. The moderator, let's just call her Frau Moderator, um, posted a question, and the question was, do you think it's possible to be a Christian and a witch? And just know that I am one. Ha ha ha. And but she was like, I'm like, give me your opinions. honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's an oxymoron. It's like being a Jew for Jesus or a black Klansman. Can a black man put on the white robes and call himself a Klansman? Yeah. Is he? Probably not. I mean, Christians believe in the Bible. The Bible, and I nothing against Christians. It's an oxymoron, the book that actually speaks to our detriment as witches. So you're going to follow a book that honestly is anti-witch. And you can't be a Christian really and not follow the Bible. It's your book. It's your high holy book. You need to reflect on whether or not you want to be a Christian anymore, I think is what the deal. Now, I don't know many Christians. I have not heard Christians in all my years of being a witch. I'm sorry, a witch, who put down Jesus. And I just told you that St. Michael and St. Gabriel, or the archangels, are in all these different texts and religious writings. And I know many, many witches who have reverence for Jesus, who see him as a spiritual brother, as I do, who certainly pray to St. Michael, who certainly are open to the angels and Metatron, and yet we wouldn't call ourselves Christian witches. So my vote is no. China and I have gotten into talks about this. There is a tradition, the tradition of Christian witchcraft, but like I said, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't go together. So okay. But you're right. No, you're right, Heidi. Yes, there are traditions, but hmm I'm looking. Yeah, it is a high energy time. That is true. 1 to 3 is a great time for doing magic. Is a great time for divination. Is a great time for any kind of ancestor work or seance work. Honestly, but and again, that's not a popular opinion, and it really is one of those things that the whole Christian witch thing. It's very inflammatory. This is something that we go to the and I just don't care enough to go there. It's if you want to be a Christian witch, be a Christian witch. If you want to be a Jew for Jesus, be a Jew for Jesus. You know, it doesn't. I think I guess it goes along with the idea of being a gay Christian. It's. I mean, again, it's stuff's written about that in the book that you're going to follow. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You can say I'm a gay follower of Jesus, but I don't know that you can call yourself a gay Christian or a gay. You can't. You can anything you want to. I'm digging my own hole here. But you can call yourself anything you want to, anything at all. God knows I hear some weird ones. But I don't know, guys. What do you think about it? I mean, by all means. It's an oxymoron. Thank you. Yep. Paranormal activity. I meant that, Peggy. Thank you. I can tell you though, somebody wrote about the number sequences 344, 340. I will tell you, even in writing up tickets, like the receipts, even they're coming up like 41, 41, 72, 72, 13, 13. So number sequences, absolutely. If China was here, she could comment. If only China was here, she could comment because she is our resident numerologist. And that's something to remember. If you have a numerology question, please ask China on Tuesday. Or friend her up on Facebook, China Mayhew. All right. Well, the only thing, Megan, is if you're trying to shut down prophetic dreams, that's going to be, you would want that to wear off. You would want to stop it if you're trying to do any kind of contact with the spirit world. You'd want to have that wide open, and anything that's shutting down prophetic dreams is shutting down your third eye, is shutting down your crown chakra. So you'd wanna open that up. Yeah, okay, Sean. Leave it to Sean to say what I'm trying not to say. But yes, it does feel that way. It's like you want it both ways. So, um, yeah, yeah. And again, I have reverence and love for Jesus. I really do. As a spiritual master, as a spiritual brother, as an ascended master, I just certainly fundamentalist Christians make me very nervous. Something I haven't talked about, I don't think I've ever talked about it on a video. I'll talk about it quickly before I start reading cards. Something that happened to me when I first opened the shop in Monroe, and some of you might remember way in the early days that there was a young man. He wasn't that young. He was in his 30s. He looked much younger than he was. He was up in his 30s. He probably looked like he was in his early 20s. He was a martial artist, and he hung around the shop a lot. And um, the reason for that was I had a threat early on, and of course my son was 2 when I brought him when I opened the shop, and I didn't talk about it because I don't go into energy, but I'll talk about it now. One of the pizza guys, because American Pie Pizza was right next door. I'm getting nervous. I'm playing with the cloth here. I think I was open for maybe 6 months, so I was just establishing myself as a neighbor, as a community resource, just new. And one of the pizza guys, the manager of the pizza place, all young guys ran American Pie Pizza, said to me one day, Laura, do you know the owner's driver? And I'm like, the who and the what? He goes, the owner of the strip, the mall. Do you know the owner's driver? And I'm like, I didn't even know the owner had a driver. He goes, well, he does. He has a driver. He goes, you haven't seen him out here walking around? He looks kind of mean. He's got a real serious face on. I'm like, honey, I'm just too busy. I didn't. If they don't come to my shop, I'm not paying attention. It was when he came in here a couple days ago, and he was asking about you. I said, oh, okay. He goes, yeah. He asked me if I knew the lady that owned the shop next door, and I said I did. That I knew you, and he said, what's her name again? Is it Laura? She goes, yeah, it's Laura. Yeah. He goes, yeah. She goes, what do you know about her? And he goes, I don't know. She's nice. And he says, yeah, is she a witch? And the young man was like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you she's one of the nicest people I know, you know? And he goes, yeah. He goes, you know what the Bible says to do to witches? And then he got real quiet, like he couldn't go on. I got turned all red. I said, what does the Bible say, honey? And he goes, I can't even talk about it. He goes, why did he say that to me? Why would he talk about you like that? Why would he even suggest that? I said, well, because it is in the Bible. Because it does talk about thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And that's what he said to you, huh? He goes, yeah. Yeah. I said, yeah. I said, well, that was from a earlier translation. I said, King James translated and changed a lot of the Bible. He didn't like women and he didn't like witches. The word was originally poisoner. And it was poisoner because back in the day of tribal living, you ate out of one big pot. And if you were found to have poison on you, I mean, you could literally be a serial killer, take out the whole tribe by poisoning the one pot of food that everyone ate out of. So if you were found with poison, you were often put to death for that very reason. What do you have poison on you for? You know? It'd be like carrying anthrax on you. Like, what would you got anthrax for? What do you need that for? You know? What do you need plutonium for? You're already enriching there. We said, well, what do you need poison? So that was changed. But I very quickly came to realize that, I have a 2-year-old child with me, and you just don't know. Down south, my shop would never last. They would have firebombed my shop. Absolutely. There would have been a brick through the window every day. I can promise you that. It would never have been allowed in Oklahoma. It just would never happened. And I'm not sure if it's still true or not, but last time I checked, Alabama, it's illegal to sell tarot cards. So it's not, you know, it's not that safe. And it's so ironic you ask this question because um, I just was talking to some people, some fellow witches, practitioners, earlier today in the shop, and we were talking about all of this and the fact that we don't proselytize as witches. We are not called upon to knock on doors. If the goddess doesn't call you, she probably doesn't want you. Okay, you're drawn in when you're meant to be drawn in. We aren't. We are unlike the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Muslim, and Christianity. We don't have to profess our faith like that. What's in our heart is what is in our heart, and we don't need to put on a big show. A lot of us wear our pentacles hidden. I don't because I'm out. Obviously, I'm a shop owner, but many, and it's okay to do that. It's okay that it's not the same thing. They are different spiritual paths, and you are not. You don't have to do that. You have to be respectful. Certainly if I heard of somebody making fun of Kali in my earshot, I would be held accountable by my goddess for not speaking up and saying, don't make fun of that. That's inappropriate. That's wrong. Don't do that. But otherwise, let's see what's going on here. How would you open up your again, like I said, you'd want to do work with your third eye, with your crown chakra, take a salt bath, start meditating. And it's okay but if you're scared, then Megan, then don't play with the spirit board. The one thing you need to not do is if you're scared, then put it down. Because you open yourself up fear. Just said this too. The opposite of hate is not love. I mean, the opposite of wow. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. And when we're afraid, that is when we'll make our biggest mistakes. We'll let our guard down. We need to be strong. You set up walls when you're doing something like that. Any kind of spirit work, any kind of energy work, any kind of witchcraft, of crafting. You absolutely want to have very strong boundaries. It's okay, but it's Megan. I mean, it's yeah, he was. But it wasn't the landlord though. It was the landlord's driver. So, whoa. Okay, Allie. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ella. Yeah, it's a hard energy. You really, I guess there's some that can make it, but they usually hide. They have to hide behind the stones, and even those are held suspect. Even just like having the stones and angels, and they don't. That's just doesn't it doesn't go. I understand, Megan, and this isn't a criticism. I am not criticizing you, but you asked about using something, and it is okay to use it, but you can't be afraid of what might come through, and you can't. The idea that you might be afraid to leave and not close your circle. The idea of yeah, boundaries are really important. But you don't need. I got to tell you this too. You don't need a Ouija board or a spirit board to talk to your grandparents. You might want to start by putting up a shrine to them. And the way you do that is obviously get a picture, get a shelf, get a bureau top, get an area that's just for theirs, a white cloth, white flour, white candles. But then anything that they loved, any candies, any liqueurs, get a little bottle of anything they really loved, and you make that an offering. And then you talk to them out loud and you celebrate, their life, talk about I'm gonna bake those cookies that you always baked, Grandma, or a memory of your grandparents. Share it with people you love. That's when they're there. And working with the ancestors is a little bit like a lot of people want to call on their family. They call on Jesus. They call on when they're in stress, when they're in danger, when they're absolutely, it's like rock bottom. Oh, let me pray about it when they're at rock bottom. And that's really not how it's to pray. But you wouldn't call a friend you knew 15 years ago, right? And say to them, hey, John, yeah, it's me, it's Laura. Yeah, how you doing? Listen, yeah, it's been a while. Hey, I'm moving next weekend. Do you still have that pickup truck? Because, yeah, I was hoping you'd help. You wouldn't do that with somebody you've met in 15 years, you haven't talked to them. You wouldn't suddenly call them and ask them for a favor. And while certainly you're welcome to call on your family and your ancestors and your God, however you choose to, but usually we do have some ritualistic aspect to it. There is some offering. There is some communion, so to speak. In front of the Kali shrine, I've got candies, and then the idea is you eat a candy, you're sharing it with Lord Ganesh. You're sharing it with Mother Lakshmi or Kali Ma. That's the idea of shared communion. And of course, the Catholics have their own way of doing it. Christians have their own way of doing it. Yeah. The other thing about Heidi, it looks like it's gonna be a great movie, and I love a good movie like that. But the one thing we're trying to not do, especially in the energy and the social energy of the time, is that we don't eat children, we don't attack children, we don't, they're putting all Luciferian worshiping and killing children, sexually assaulting, and as Lucifer. And actually, in the 11 tenets of Satanism, you never touch a child. That's other religions talk about it, especially Christian, especially Muslim, especially Judaism. They might talk about it being okay, and then yet it lands in the lap of the pagan every time. So that's the only problem I have with a movie where they're turning children to mice and killing them. It never paints us in a good picture. Okay, and I'm telling you, you can, Megan. You can lift it. Yeah. I haven't even read yet, and I'm going to. I'm just answering some questions. All right. And Megan, I don't know where you live, but you can always come in the shop. I mean, we'll be happy to talk, and you can always talk. Please message me. Ask questions if you feel like that's part of what I do at the shop. We don't charge money to talk. Okay, thank you, Peggy. There you go, ancestor altar. In China they have huge tables because everyone has a seat at the table. Every deceased member of the family, and there's candles and we do for so and often do a beautiful. Your altar is filled with pictures of your beloved dead, including your pets. Don't forget them too. I love that. Yeah, very cool, Peggy. But if you close something down, you can open yourself back up again. Absolutely. But you want to start by meditating. Start by meditating and consciously opening something that you've kept closed. It takes some time. You're welcome, Megan. Okay, so I'm shuffling cards. And we will start with Aries. And I think I want to talk a little bit about, oh, now you know what? I'm not going to try and program them. I'm just going to 6 card spread. As you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first card is the issue. The next 2 cards are the immediate events, and then the next 3 are the little later out events. Okay, but it's basically though is a short-term reading. It's what's happening right now around you. Okay, so we start with Aries. With Aries, we have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. And then lastly, we have the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Wands reversed. These are all over the place. Well, my first impression when I look at these cards is bloom where you are planted. It is, in other words, you may not be able to go where you want to go, and I say that the Page of Wands reversed. So you may not have promotional opportunities. You may not have the means to move, and yet where you are right now is you can create, you can do. For a lot of areas, looks like you're missing out on going to school. Three of Wands reversed. Um, but there's a very driving energy here. King of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. It's all about current work. And again, Ace of Cups. Yeah, I guess to paraphrase a song, if you can't be in the job you want, love the job you're in. I find ways to make it interesting. Find ways to do what you need to do when you can't get out. Find ways to. It really is about communication. King of Swords, King of Wands, creative energy, balance. Definitely balance. There's the only frustration is not being able to travel, to move, and to perhaps get the training you want, be in the school you want to be in. So but find another way. And the cards are saying you can, Aries. You can find another way, right? Oh, I love that, Allie. Believe me, I'm hoping the Connect doesn't shut down too, because small businesses that have flourished, we really do need our holiday season, especially for small retail and hairdressers and all of us. We make a lot of money November, December. So let's hope they don't shut us down. And yes, they're talking about it. They just shut my son's school down. Shelton School, high school, and then intermediate school just shut down. 2 people positive for COVID. They're doing contact tracking right now, so we'll find out, and I'll know what we'll know who was in the class with these infected people. But all the administrators are being quarantined. So for the next 2 weeks, we're fully at home. All right, Taurus. I have the Page of Swords. I have the Queen of Wands reversed, the Four of Cups reversed, the Ten of Coins reversed, the Two of Cups reversed, and the Hangman reversed. Boy, oh boy. Well, I'll tell you. This isn't that, believe it or not, the energy isn't that dissimilar to Aries, except that it starts off with the ability to communicate, the ability to move, and yet still not being happy in certain things, working very hard, knowing that you want something different. It really speaks to the possibility that there's a partnership where one wants to get a new home, relocate, move, and the other one does not. And I heard a lot of that this week, by the way. A lot of that. One person's ready to retire, wants to go here. The other person wants to wait and then go there. It's like and it's tough. That's a tough one. When one person wants to retire in Vermont and one wants to retire in Florida, you got a problem. That is not easy. It's not easy to resolve that you know um, these cards really speak to feeling like you're being taken advantage of, or that your needs and certainly your security is not being taken account of. Hey, there's a sense of wasting time, being a doormat. And it's almost like working hard so you can remove yourself from the situation. Now, in Aries reading, it was removing yourself from the work, but in this case, it really looks like it's more about home and how you live, where you live. And yet, even like Aries, we have We have Judgment, and it's reversed. So there is no movement. I have said this over and over and over again. If I could stop doing readings, and I can't because there are so many just coming in from all over. I mean, I'm reading all over the world at this point. But there's like a big gaping chasm in the middle of the readings because this next 6 weeks is just all bets are off. So to sit there and say, well, yes, you're feeling trapped, but in 6 weeks I'm seeing a new job. Well, no, maybe I'm not. Maybe you've been wasting your time in this relationship, and honestly, maybe you're not going to have a place to go. Maybe you don't have the money, and this very likely with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, you don't have the money to leave. You don't have the money to get your own apartment. So there's that too. But it's still a sense of, with Aries, the frustration, and for Taurus, it's the sense of not being appreciated. Okay. And I'm going to say it again. Does that mean every single Taurus out there is feeling unappreciated and wants to leave but can't afford it? Of course it doesn't. But ask yourself, do you have a child, a brother, a sister, a friend who's going through it? Okay, because if you've been very concerned about them, it just bears relevance that way. Okay, I really don't do the rising sign, moon sign, unless I do a moon sign reading. It's really about you, your sun sign. Okay, so we have Gemini, and with Gemini we start with the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Eight of Coins reversed. We have the the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Cups reversed. Okay. Well, we start with the Ace of Swords reversed, and that is, again, a lack of action, a lack of communication, a lack of energy for Gemini. We have the Eight of Coins reversed, and we have the Ten of Cups reversed. And dear God, the Eight of Coins reversed is not being motivated by your work. And then we have the Ten of the Ten of Cups reversed, which is not being happy in your home. You're like crawling out of your own skin, Gemini. Now, the good news, we have the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Cups reversed. So it looks to me as if it's a situation for Gemini that will be resolved. Knight of Cups, King of Cups, and the Seven of Cups reversed. You know what you want to do. You do know what you want to do, and that is half the battle. Knowing where you want to be, knowing what you want to do. And I don't know that it's, again, Nine of Wands reversed, not able to progress in work, not able to progress in creatively, not able to, feeling very stymied, very, very shut down. And what I don't see here is, in this case with housing, I don't see anything being sold. I don't see any new houses. So I think here with Gemini, we have a sense of being stuck, possibly not feeling well. I say that because Ace of Swords reversed or information is not forthcoming, I should say. There does seem to be something lovely in terms of father and son energy, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. A lovely spirituality, a lovely emotional, and knowing what you want. That's so big, to know what you want, but you just can't get there right now. Nine of Wands reverse, and so, and I will say it's interesting. I've had a lot of Gemini readings over the past week, a lot of Geminis, and it is just like that. Stuck in a relationship, stuck in a home, stuck in a job where it's just not fulfilling, and yet they know, the Geminis know, and I'm always shocked that Geminis know. Damn, the Geminis know that we want to be secure right now. This isn't the time. If you're not being abused, if you're not dealing with abuse at work or in a home, stay put. Get through this election. Get through November. Okay, this isn't the time. Alrighty. Yeah, I've in terms of England, yes, I'm hearing England, Spain is bad, France is bad. Italy is holding steady, but and France. So France, Spain is the worst. France and oh God, another country there. Right in Europe though. Yeah, they're well, probably England. They're in Europe, right? All right. So let's go ahead and do Cancer. It's like the picture. It's so funny. The picture of me is like this big in the corner, where usually it's the whole. And I'm afraid to touch it because I'm so afraid of messing something up. But anyway, my apartment's ready for the holiday. It's covered in dust and cobwebs, so I'm very festive. I'm all set. I don't know if you can see here. No, here. Hold on. Right here. This right here is a skull, a human skull. That's Mary. She's Chinese. So I guess I'm decorated. um. Anyway, time I do the shop, and the thought of doing the house is just But I think it just naturally speaks to the vibe. Anyway. All right, guys. All right, Cancer. Seven of Coins reversed. Knight of Swords reversed. Six of Wands reversed. Queen of Coins reversed. Seven of Swords. And the Four of Swords reversed. Shoo. Well, I tell you what, Cancer. Now we see a situation where, again, stuck energy and toxic talk. Seven of Swords is talk of gossip, is spreading rumors, is negative conversations. It's not great. Um, and what it is, it's someone who's probably goading you into trying to get you to goad you into action. And I've heard about this a lot too. It's well, you can't do this, you have to do that, or um, well, you don't do this, so you don't get to do that. People trying reverse psychology who should not be trying it because they're not good at it, but it's annoying as fuck. So the Seven of Coins reversed is, how do I make money? How do I get the money to do what I want to do? Because again, Knight of Swords reversed and the Six of Wands reversed has you feeling isolated, has you not able to talk to anybody, has you stuck in place. Queen of Coins reversed. I mean, if you had money of your own, you do something about this. Queen of Coins reversed. It really is looking at the money, looking at the bottom line, and saying, I want to write my own ticket, and not able to do it just yet. But that's really what I see when I want to write my own ticket, and I need to get away from this negative talk, negative conversation. And yet, right now, you can't. You can't. I want to say sleeping with the enemy, but that seems a little extreme because there's no actual violence going on here. There's no actual abuse, but it would be like a running negative dialogue, just being shut down constantly. Hey, it's a great day. I'm going to go garden. Oh, well, why are you bothering to do that for? It's so late in the season. You're kind of wasting your time. Or, gee, it's so great. I think I'll clean out the closet and bring clothes to Goodwill. Oh, Goodwill, they just sell them. What are you doing that for? Is that kind of like everything you want to get going on and do a project? It's like, that's a waste of time. Or, oh no, you could do that better. That's what I'm talking about, okay? For Cancer. So it's really disheartening. And it's almost like if I had my own money, I wouldn't deal with this. Queen of Coins reversed. You might even be thinking of cleaning out and how you're going to make money cleaning out. There's that here too. It's anything that'll just help move things along because, again, there's that sense of being stuck. And in this case, for Cancer, being stuck with someone who's very negative. All right. Leo. I guess I should have just subtitled this in how the signs are being impacted by negativity, because that's where it's going here. All right. All right. Leo. Leo, I have the Fool reversed. I have the Four of Swords reversed. I'm sorry, I said four. I meant five. Five of Swords reversed and the Six of Cups. Then I have the Five of Cups reversed, the World, and the Eight of Wands reversed. Well, now for Leo, the first thing I would look at this is thinking about, not been able to do it yet, but thinking about a transfer or a relocation. I say that because I'm looking at the Six of Cups upright, which is usually a card of leaving home. Okay, leaving home, moving forward, ready to move forward, past disappointment, ready to move forward, past disappointment. Excuse me, done crying over spilt milk, ready to move forward. Ready for something new, ready for some new adventure, the world, and yet eight of wands up, reverses. You've got to focus on your career. You're not going to be moving. You're not going to be going. You're focused on your career. And the Five of Swords reversed has you potentially talking to someone, an authority figure. So maybe you might want to go to HR to see if there are transfer opportunities, or if you have a kid and under 18 or under a certain age, you might want to find out, can you move out of state? All right. But for Leo, it's the desire for a new life, the desire to move forward, the desire to possibly to be moving, and yet being said, no, you know what? There's nothing open right now, and you've got to focus on your career. It's not going to happen right now as fast as you want it to. But there's cards are saying, talk to people, talk to someone in HR, talk to headhunters, talk to whatever you got to do, because it looks like Leo wants to get going on something new, something. It involves travel for sure, and it's just like, is this even going to happen? I mean, but the cards are saying focus on work. Just focus on work. Don't worry about anything else. So for Leo, it's how the negativity is affecting Leo is just, you need a distraction. Since you can't do what you want to do, just distract yourself by focusing on work. I'm glad, Nicole. Thank you for saying that. All right, and we have Virgo. Okay. So Virgo, we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Moon, and we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands reversed, the Star reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed. Oh boy. Well, the Seven of Wands, ironically enough, has nothing to do with the rest of these cards, but that's an education card. The Seven of Wands is picking something to learn about. It's education. Doesn't mean you go back to college, but it really is about some form of education, certificate program, adult education class, some kind of training. But that's what it speaks to for Virgo. Now, we have the Moon, and we have the Nine of Swords. For me, those two cards will always speak of mental health, anxiety through the roof. The Moon next to the Nine of Swords, to me, speaks of a crippling anxiety that you're trying to hide. You're not doing a great job with it, by the way, Virgo. It's the cracks are showing. The Knight of Wands reversed, the Star reversed, the Queen of Cups reversed. This is depression, Queen of Cups reversed. The Star is hopelessness, and the Knight of Wands is just, it's like there's no moving forward. And again, it's career, but it's also creatively. It's just, it's as if, it's the feeling I get. Who's that? Who's that? Marie Kondo? What's her name? The one that does the whole, the severely modern, the severely, whatever kind of word that is for the minimalist. Okay, I would lose my fucking mind if you put me in a room that was a minimalist room. I would lose my mind. If I could show you, I just don't want you to see. But this is just the absolute opposite of minimalist. Okay, is pretty much as far, without being a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. Okay, but there is just piles of books and plants and stuff full of china closet and herbs everywhere, plants everywhere. So teacup collection over there. So it's when I look at these cards for Virgo, even though Virgo tends to like things clean, it's like a sterile environment that's making you crazy. There's no room for creativity. It's like ah. So I'm going to say for Virgo, the way to escape the negativity is to find something creative, to embrace a class, a workshop, something, because it just looks like I keep getting live in a shoebox, live in a shoebox, live in a shoebox. To me, living in a shoebox would be crammed into something, probably having your stuff in storage, not comfortable. Who wants to live in a shoebox? The walls closing in on you. And yet the opportunity to be creative is just not there. Oh, Virgo. Yeah, take a class, Virgo. Learn something new. It's not distraction if you're learning something, right? Birds flew into the tallest buildings and died. Well, a lot of animals, their radar is off. How they fly, we're seeing that with whales beaching themselves. Um, I just had a conversation with someone earlier today about the wind farms and the fact my God, it was my brother. Somebody listen to me. I was having a conversation with my brother about the wind farms. Of course, I'm very much for renewable resources. No, no, no. The birds fly into them. It's horrible. I'm like, well, Mike, they will learn to fly around them. He goes, but they don't. They fly into them. It could be. I'm going to say it was radar. You know, when they 15 birds are flying in a flock, they don't. There's not a lot of. It's like the difference between flying a little two-seater plane and a jumbo jet. Your ability to maneuver isn't there. So it could be that the lead birds didn't see it, or it was they're going on a programmed course, and of course all the rest of the birds follow suit. I don't know. That's my best guess. I'm sure there's a more scientific answer. Yeah, no minimalist. Magnetic fields. Okay, yep. But that'd still be throwing off the radar. All right. So now we're on to Libra, right? Right. Okay. So Libra, I come up with the Nine of Cups, which is wishes coming true. Then we have the Devil reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Coins, we have the Nine of Coins, and we have the High Priestess. So the first card's lovely. I mean, the I always say the Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. I have a Nine of Cups wish spell kit. It would make your wishes coming true. Devil reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed is the dissolving of a toxic partnership. The Devil reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay? That's leaving behind toxic relationship, but it's more of a partnership, not so much a love relationship. Right? Then we go into the Four of Coins, which is how am I going to make money? How am I going to pay my bills? And the Nine of Coins and the High Priestess. For Libra, how do you get away from the negativity, Libra? How do you leave something toxic and you wonder about the money? The cards are suggesting with the High Priestess and the Nine of Coins is you've got the means to make money in at least one other field. So if you're wondering how I make money, the cards are saying how you make money. I mean, you got like all these things you do very well that are very employable. Okay? Libra hates things being off balance. They'll stay in a negative situation longer than they should just to maintain the status quo, the horribly crippling negative status quo. So I'm saying with how is Libra handling it? I'm saying Libra's handling it by moving away from a partnership that's gone toxic. Devil reversed, Ace of Wands reversed. Wondering about money, how I make money, but I'm saying the means to make money is right there. All right, Libra. The other thing is leaving a toxic relationship and throwing yourself into working overtime, throwing yourself into working more hours. It's not something new, but it is something like going to a different department, for example. All right? Scorpio. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long week, guys. Long week. So Scorpio, we start off here with the Empress reversed. We go on to the Page of Cups reversed and the Page of Coins reversed. The Hermit reversed, the Magician, the Magician, and the Chariot reversed. All right, Scorpio. Dear God. Empress reversed is a woman out of power. A woman out of power. And the Page of Cups reversed and the Page of Coins reversed. It feels like you don't love what you're doing and you're not making enough money doing it. How's that? You don't love what you're doing, you're not making enough money doing it. The Hermit reversed has you pushing everyone away and saying, I need to be alone. And by the way, I heard that from a lot of Scorpios this week. Just that card, the Hermit reversed. The Hermit upright is feeling lonely, is wanting someone, is that whole why am I all by myself? But the Hermit reversed is saying, you get over there, okay? I can't have you in my space. Or, you know what, I need to not talk about this with you right now. I have problems I gotta think over. I'm not ready to talk to anyone about my shit. You stand over there, okay? I need to be alone over here. The Magician is the redeeming card here because the Magician says, I know my shit. Even though the Chariot reverse has you moving forward, you know, again, you're not making enough money. You're not loving what you're doing. You're pushing people away, saying the way you deal with this is yes, stand in your truth, stand in your knowledge. I'm good at what I do. I'm an asset. I'm good at what I do, which combats the sense of Empress reverse being out of power. You know, you may not love what you're doing, and I'm going to say no, you don't. But I'm going to say you're like, I'm going to do my job. I'm not going to talk to you people. I'm not getting involved in this shit, and I'm going to do my job and do it well. Okay? Until I can move forward, until this Chariot goes from being reversed to moving forward. Right now, it's saying no, you're not going anywhere. Figure it out. Okay? And for Scorpio, the way I deal with negativity is by saying, you stand over there with that talk. You get over there with that. You're not coming near me or my private space. You're just not. Okay? All right. Scorpio. Hey, Donna. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. We have, I'm yawning. I'm so sorry. Wow. The Two of Coins reversed. Okay. We have the Four of Wands and we have the Strength reversed. We have the Tower. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and we have the Ace of Coins reversed. Oh boy. All right, Sag. Well, the Two of Coins reversed always speaks to me of, where you were juggling money before, you're not juggling it now. The Four of Wands has you celebrating promotions, celebrating success, basically creative success. It would be like, it could be making more money, it could be some sort of promotion, but it also could be having a very successful art show. It could be having a very successful public event, and the celebration that brings about. Here's where it gets dicey. Strength reversed, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Ace of Coins reversed. That is something, and it feels like, I hate to say this, it may not be, it could be someone you know and you care about, This is the idea of somebody getting sick, strength reversed, with something that comes out of nowhere, and being laid up and not making money while you're laid up. Okay? Now, could it be a shutdown? I don't think so. Not with strength reversed. Okay? It really feels like something that comes out of nowhere, and it has to do with your health. And there's financial losses because you're not going anywhere. So I guess what I'm going to say is, okay, when we talk about that Four of Wands, that idea of publicly, again, celebrating, maybe you want to dial back on that. This might be the wrong time to be in a big group of people. And does that mean that every Sagittarius has to be careful about COVID? No. And it could be going to a new job and getting sick right after. I mean, it doesn't, these cards speak to getting sick and losing money. Okay, that's what I see when I look at these cards. So how is Sag going to deal with this negativity? Well, I'm going to say for Sag, it needs to be this Four of Wands as you celebrating and is do that, heads up, do it alone. Do it alone. I'm going to throw one more card. The Lovers. Oh, the Three of Cups. Well, the good news is it looks like you do love what you do. The bad news is you've got to guard your health. Okay? Guard your health, Sag. You don't need to get sick because it looks as though if you get sick, you can get laid up. Right? That doesn't mean every Sag, again, doesn't mean that. But it means Sagittarians who are the big travelers, who are the life of the party, who loved sporting events. I'm saying dial it back, Sag. Dial it back. And that's hard for Sag to do. With fire. Don't want to be told to dial it back. All right. All right, Sagittarius, looking at Capricorn now. Oh my goodness. I keep yawning. 10 of Wands, pressure. Five of Wands, and the Two of Wands reversed, the Sun, the Eight of Cups, and the Justice card. Wow, wow, wow. Well, a lot of pressure, a lot of career pressure. That is the 10 of Wands, and that is feeling the weight. So I can do this, the weight. Okay. This is awful. Okay, do you see that? All the pots on top of her head, big pot on top of her head. Just the weight of the world, weight on you. The Five of Wands and the Two of Wands have a partnership where it's the same argument over and over and over again. The thing is, I don't know if it's work related. It could be work related for Capricorn. Again, it's two people, the Two of Wands, and then it's just the same thing, it's the same debate, the same exercise, and you know. And then I see the Sun, I see the Eight of Cups, and I see Justice. Capricorn, it's possible you're going to travel somewhere. The Sun and the Eight of Cups. And that seems to bring balance. That seems to bring you a lot of accolades and really good fortune. Maybe traveling to sign contracts, the Justice card. You may be, but it does speak to travel and very successful. And it could be that maybe two of you wanted to travel, only one of you can. It does feel like it's career. Okay, Cappy? And it could be that somebody else wanted this and they're giving it to you. You're the one who's going to get to go. The Eight of Cups has you traveling, and there's a possibility here. By the way, I might want to read this, although it's shaky at this one, is you might have a parent that wants you to come home, and you're going to be cleared to travel. The Sun, the Eight of Cups, and the Justice, you may be cleared to travel if that's what you need to do. It doesn't look like travel is particularly necessary, but you may want to travel. Okay? And Aquarius. So I guess I go back to Capricorn for a second. I guess the way Capricorn should deal with the negativity is no one ever has to tell Capricorn to do their job. Okay, that's not necessary at all. But I'm going to say for Capricorn, where do you want to go? and just start. If it's a transfer or if it's a trip for work, where do you want to go? And just if you had a free hour, because this happens, business trips are miserable because there's very little free time. And when you do have free time, all you can really do is drink because it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night, everything's closed. But if it's a trip, if it's a business trip I'm seeing, and it really does feel that way, just a restaurant you might want to visit. Or my God, Devin just went on a trip months ago, just before COVID hit. She had a trip to San Francisco, and she had a brief, like an hour, to go and look at the Victorians. She always wanted to do that, to just certain key things to see the Bay. And that's all she had because she was in training. All right. And with Capricorn, I'm going to say if you only had an hour free out of your schedule, if you were traveling, okay. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you found out about a trip or the need to travel someplace, Nicoletta. But the idea is, if you are going to travel, just try to build in even an hour of sightseeing something you want to see, going to a restaurant you'd want to go to. Right? Aquarius. Aquarius. We start with the Emperor. And then we go Death reversed. The Eight of Swords, upright, excuse me, Eight of Swords. The Five of Coins reversed. The Six of Coins and Temperance reversed. Okay. Well, we have the Emperor, we have Death reversed, and we have the Eight of Swords. The first thing that would jump out at me at this reading would be that you'd find out your father is sick or a father figure has been sick. And the only reason why I say that is because the next three cards really do speak to the Five of Coins reverse, which is finances getting much better. The Six of Coins, which is a bonus money that just shows up, which is wonderful, unexpected. And yet I'm still seeing this idea of temperance reverse. Things are still balanced. It could be you're taking care of a sick parent. The Emperor can be your place of work, Aquarius. Oh, but there's changes, and it could be there's layoffs or anticipated layoffs that I don't see you losing your job. Why? Because I'm seeing money getting better. I'm seeing the Six Coins. I'm not seeing you losing your job, but there's a sense of despair over changes out of your control. And the Emperor could be a father figure, older brother, or it could be industry, because the Emperor does reflect industry. So the industry you're working in, right? But there's something coming up, and I just starting to work hard. The Lovers. Oh boy. I really think it's two separate issues for Aquarius. I think there's someone that needs care, someone's gotten sick, someone is, and then I'm seeing all of this. Now, it could also be you've got a sick parent that needs to go into some kind of care facility, at least for now, to be dealt with, to be cared for, and the money is there. Okay, so there's that too. And everything here is about love. And I'm going to say for Aquarius, the way you get through this is remember the love, the lovers. That your physical needs are going to be met. The need for taking care of somebody or taking care of a situation is going to be there. So even if there's changes going on at work and layoffs, it looks like you're safe. If there's someone that needs care, the money to take care of them is there. So remember that, and just gratitude and love for Aquarius. All right, and then we have Pisces. So Pisces starts off with the Three of Coins reversed. We go into the King of Coins and the Hierophant reversed, the Knight of Coins reversed, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Swords reversed. All right. Well, for Pisces, money's the issue. The Three of Coins reversed. There's money shortfalls, money shortages. However, the King of Coins and the Hierophant reversed speaks to new ways to make money. So there's a money shortage, but there's a creative way, unconventional way to make more money. There it is. The Knight of Coins reversed. Oh boy. The fear of having to move, Six of Swords. The fear of, there's anxiety around having to move or relocate. If the money doesn't get better, and again, it could just be a fear card, but it's the idea that the anxiety, like if I don't make enough money, I won't be able to make it. I'll have to move. I'll have to go. Or I can't take a trip that I want to take. There's things that, but it really, the Six of, I'm really losing my voice. I'm so sorry. The Six of Swords does speak to relocation and move. Now, the one other thing this could be is that the creative way money's coming in is relocation. So money isn't here, but you're going to need to travel for it. And there's anxiety, relocation, anxiety. Okay? I want to see about this here. Okay. So for Pisces, I'm going to throw one more card for Pisces. And that's the Two of Swords reversed. And that is, wow, rock in a hard place reversed, choosing rock or hard place. So money coming in, but it's going to require the possibility of a move or a transfer. So short term, the money's there, but then long term, what are you going to do long term? You really can't stay where you are. Okay? You get to make a decision. And the thing is, it'll be presented to you that you, and so for Pisces, the way I deal with it is remember that you have options. Okay? The way Pisces deals with the negativity and the pressure is, remember, Pisces, you have options. All right, guys, that's the reading for this week. I do hope everyone is getting enough rest, is eating good food. This isn't the time to start a diet, guys. This is not the time. Exercise, yes, but to deny yourself food, it's not a good time to do that. If you want to, again, eat healthy, but I wouldn't start a fasting program. I wouldn't start a dramatic diet right now. It's just not the time for it. Okay, this is time to spoil yourself a little bit. Okay, buy yourself some new winter boots, or that's what I said. That's what I did. 3 pair actually. But buy yourself something special. Treat yourself special. Get a massage. Get a pedicure. Pamper yourself a little bit right now. If you have the money, even if it's like an extra $20, go get a manicure. All right, but do something. And I always say pedicure because honestly, instead of having your feet rubbed and getting a pedicure, you just feel like you've lost 10 pounds. It feels wonderful. And even the men are getting pedicures more and more now. It's just really nice to do. So get a massage, get a pedicure, buy something nice for yourself, treat yourself. As long as you're not diabetic, have the dessert. Treat yourself nicely. Because the world's not treating us nicely. The bigger picture is not nice. And with everyone so angry and everyone so full of animosity and repressed rage and frustration, oh, for God's sake, you be nice to you, okay? Treat yourself nice. Do something nice for the family. And please, everyone, behave, all right? Love you all. Thank you all. The support, everything that you've done. I can't begin to tell you. And like I said, the positive reviews, the good reviews, the fact that business is going well. And I'm a Pisces, and honestly, like I said, this doesn't really apply to me, but you know what? It applies to one of my kids, who also happens to be a Pisces. So, that's how it works. I'm not worried about moving. I'm here. I'm not worried about not having the money. The money's there. I am worried about my kid. Okay, so that's how the readings work. Think about it. If it doesn't apply to you, is there someone that it does apply to? Someone that you are concerned about? All right. Good night. Everyone get some rest. Bye-bye now.